What's up, guys? So today we're about to repair a Xbox controller for the Xbox One. Right now they're having some issues with the knob here. The joysticks are not really working. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you take off the back piece of it, you will notice that the way this comes off is really simple in the back. Same place to put your battery. And then if you look closely right here, you'll notice that there's always a screw that's sitting right in the middle. So by default, you'll have to puncture this label. And just so you guys know, once you puncture this label, if you have a warranty on this, it is voided. So basically, you have to let the customer know that, hey, this label will no longer be on here because you have to take it off for the repairs. Okay. Now, if you look at this, it is one of the star. As you can see, if you can see, so right there, it's one of the. It's going to use one of the star openers for this. So let's go ahead and try to see. It actually looks like a T9 or T10. So if not, it's probably a T8. But let's go ahead and try the T9 first. This is what a T9 looks like for folks that don't really know. And let's see. So let's go ahead and see. No, it's a little bit too big. So we're gonna go ahead and let's try T8. See if it takes it. So. No, so actually, just looking at this, it's a different version of the star. So even though it has a star, which is this one that I'm using, inside of it has a little pointer. So that means I have to change it to get the T8 hotel. So the hotel means, I'm guessing the H means there's a hole. So there you go. So this one will fit perfectly inside there, and then we can go ahead and take the screw out. Tweezers are lifesavers in your repair shop, just so you know. They get into little places that you can't really get. Now, normally when you look at the controller, the knobs right here on the side pieces, normally that's where you'll have to pry open to release the corner pieces so that you can actually get into it and take off the screws. So let me grab a tire real quick and we'll get this started. So I'm just grabbing right now some extra tools that I'll need. So right here, gently, if you look at it open, then you can gently force this part open right there, and as you can see, oops, that just came off. Yep, and it's really easy to pop out, as you can see. Just a little bit of force right there, and same thing with this side. Just try to ease right under the controller itself, and just a little bit of force, and you can literally hear it pop again. So those are supposed to fly that fast, so I'm guessing this has been opened before. As you can see, whoever used or opened it, they damage it right here, maybe from using something that is metal. It's never good to use metal pliers to open these because it will damage the actual controller. So these plastic are very good to use. You have different versions of them. You can find these really cheap online. I'll post the links to a couple of them. So here you are, we have a couple more screws. So need to go ahead, same type, comes out There you go. I'm going to go ahead and put these over on that side. Just so I remember, but they're all the same size, so it really doesn't matter. Alright, so now we have the screws on the top pieces. There's also screws right here at the bottom as well that needs to come out on both sides of the controller. There you go. Real easy. And then there you go. So once you have those screws released, you can literally flip this over, because it seems like the controller head is there, and then this will come off really nice and easy. And then there you go, you can see the excuse me, the actual joysticks. So if they're broken, like for example this one is stuck in the same position as you can see, so the base of this might need to be replaced. See, the regular one should function, but this one seems to be kind of overworked. Alright, so easily pull these off. There you go, these come off really nice and easy. Disassemble these, and you can literally remove this entire piece from the socket, separate those, and then you can look in the back and you can work these. So if you had to remove these right here, if it needs to be repaired, you would need a soldering gun, and basically you would have to take these pieces off to actually get this out, right? And then you'll have to resolder it to put it back in. But that's not our case right now, but it's the same thing for this joystick down here. You would have to also take this piece off. So this is all soldered and on the logic board itself, right? But in our case, what we're doing today, we're just replacing the actual joystick buttons. So sometimes these get worn out, right? Sometimes the rubber will come off. It's just wear and tear. It's not hard to be replaced. We'll do it for you too over here if you need it done. Well, basically all it is just plug and play. Most likely you'll take them off. So like this controller that we repaired recently, similar, put we replaced and put this one in, so as you can see one is red and one is black. Doesn't really matter, and I mean we use it here in the shop to play with because it's the same controller. So I'm gonna go ahead and find a better one that's working. So let's see if we can find two older ones. Really doesn't matter, like I said, we're looking for two good replacements. You can find these pieces online as well, right? So you can replace these. The buttons and everything work, and everything looks fine so far. For this piece, however, if it's not working, we need to test it. So if it's actually having issues where it's been stuck, we will hook it up to actually collaborator. But we need to test it to see actually this is actually having issues. But if not, it's really easy to put it back together once everything is done. Like I said, base goes back in, everything's fine. Once you have this, you can literally purchase these online. Just make sure that these fit perfectly in sync right there. Depending on the controller, sometimes they change them up a little bit, but for this one, you just want to make sure it sits right. Top piece goes on. There you go. And as you can see, this controller has been customized because it's gray, whatever color this is. This looks like a teal looking color, and then there's a black pieces on top. So it's just funny how you can literally customize this in different shapes and color, and you know, to your own liking. Alright, so once you have everything back in place the way you want it, all you gotta do now is just go ahead and put the screws back in. You have changed out your controller, and you can go ahead and start playing your video games again. Alright, nothing much to it.